This class is perfect if you're new to yoga, if you're feeling stiffness and tightness. In this practice, we're going to focus on gentle yoga as a way to improving your flexibility and suppleness. My name's Travis Eliot, founder of Inner Dimension Yoga. Let's begin. Welcome to Beginner Yoga for Flexibility. Let's get started standing at the top of our mat, spreading the feet out about the width of the hips. Bring the hands to prayer position in front of your chest, backs of the thumbs right there in the middle of the chest as we take these 20 minutes or so to just slow down and work at improving our flexibility. Ralph Waldo Emerson said, "Adopt the pace of nature. Her secret is patience." So take a big, deep inhale through the nose. And then out the mouth, exhale, let it go. Release the arms down by your sides. And then as you inhale, slowly float the arms all the way up overhead. And then forward fold on the exhale as you allow the chest to cascade over your thighs. And then flat back as you inhale. So you're going to bring the hands up towards your shins. Hold there, keep breathing. And see if you can inspire your chest to extend forward away from the lower back. Keep the neck long so you're not looking forward, you're looking straight down, just finding a point to focus the gaze, the eyes, what we call the drishti. Take another inhale, pull the heart out a little bit more, create a little more spinal length and decompression. And then forward fold on the exhale, release and melt down and in. Now root down through the feet, lead through the heart. And then as you inhale, circle those arms back up overhead, palms join, and then hands to prayer position as you bring it right down the center line. Good, let's flow that a couple times together. Inhale, circle those arms up overhead, upward salute. Forward fold on the exhale, lay the chest over the thighs. Flat back on the inhale, decompress the spine. And then forward fold, exhale, relax the head, calm the mind. Inhale, rise and soar, both arms all the way back up. And then hands to prayer position in front of your chest, in front of your heart. One more time, inhale, upward salute, breath leads the way. Forward fold on the exhale. Flat back on the inhale. Forward bend on the exhale, stretching the hamstrings. Root to rise, inhale, glide those arms all the way up. This time, interlace all the fingers except the indexes for what we call steeple pose. Then take an inhale, pull up even taller. And then as you exhale, you're going to side bend over to the right. Hold there, taking a couple of breaths as you stretch the rib tissue on the left side. These rib tissues we call the intercostals, very much correlated with the respiratory process. And when these muscles get tight, our breathing also becomes restricted. Inhale all the way back up to neutral. And then same thing to the other side. As you exhale, leaning left, breathing into those right ribs. Good. Now inhale, come all the way back up to center. And then hands back to prayer position in front of your chest, in front of your heart. Circle those arms up to the sky. As you inhale, upward salute. And then forward fold on the exhale, melt all the way over and down. Pause there. And then grab opposite elbows with your hands. You create a box to go around your head. Might feel good to do a little sway side to side here. Little bounce. And right now you're just stretching the whole posterior chain, so the whole back side of the body, just gently loosening and limbering up. Now release the hands, release the arms down, and then lunge your left foot all the way to the back of your yoga mat, nice and deep. And then relax the left knee down onto the floor, release the top of the left foot, climb your hands right on top of your right knee, right thigh as we improve the flexibility in that left thigh and that left hip flexor. And then while we're doing that, we're going to feed two birds with one hand. So we're stretching the hip flexor. We're going to bring the hands together, interlace all the fingers. And then you're just going to circle those hands around. Also improving the suppleness in your wrist and your forearms. And then reverse that the other way. Good. Now circle the arms all the way up overhead as you inhale. Maybe the palms connect. And then as you exhale, drop your right arm down. Take an inhale, pull up through that left arm, and then start leaning over towards the right. And if you have a yoga block, maybe you set that down on the floor and then you can make contact with that floor or that block. Depending on your flexibility, some of you, it may feel natural to have the fingertips all the way down towards the ground. And always important in yoga that you never force yourself into positions that you don't belong. So instead of aggression, it's really about compassion, really about respecting and honoring your boundaries and your limitations and what it is that the body is speaking to you. From here, come all the way back up as you inhale. And then as you exhale, bring the hands out in front of you, arms extended towards straight. Then on the inhale, open and rotate to the right, spreading the arms. And then on the exhale, turn forward, palms connect. 3 more. Inhale, open. And exhale, close. Inhale, open. Exhale, close. One more time. Inhale, spread. And then exhale, forward. Inhale, arms come up. Separate the hands about the width of the shoulders. Reach up, maybe lean back slightly. And then on the exhale, hands cruise down towards the ground. And then we'll take a half split. So you're going to pull the hips back, front leg towards straight. You're balancing on your right heel, right toes face the sky if you want. You could always reach the left hand forward, grab the toes, pull that back. And see if you can stretch the whole back side of that right leg, especially the right hamstring. Keep the breath moving steady, rhythmic, in and out through the nose. And that breath will help to carve the stubborn tension away. Now release the left hand down, right foot flat on the ground. And then from here, we're going to tuck the left toes underneath, lift that left knee up, take an inhale there. And then step the left foot forward all the way towards the top of the mat as you exhale. Flat back as you inhale. Forward fold as you exhale. Inhale, rise and glide. Both arms all the way up. Interlace the fingers from the palms inside out. Take an inhale there. And then as you exhale, you're going to turn to the right and then gently lean back and look up. So you're twisting and arching or backward bending. You'll feel that stretch all the way down into the lower back, the lower spine. One of the great things about yoga is how it improves the range of motion and flexibility for the center line of the body, the spine. Now turn forward, face front as you inhale. And then other side as you exhale, rotate to the left, gently lean back and look up there. Couple breaths. Good. Now turn forward as you inhale, face front. And then as you exhale, go ahead and bring the hands all the way around behind the lower back and interlace the fingers. Now start to draw the knuckles down, pull the chest up, gently lean back, take a couple breaths there. So now stretching into a backward bend, but also stretching the shoulders and therefore improving mobility. Then that link that connects the torso down to the rest of the arm. Take another big inhale, pull up through the chest. And then as you exhale, you're gonna fold all the way over and down, keeping those fingers interlaced. And giving those shoulders just a nice, deep, thorough stretch. Take another inhale there, deepen that shoulder stretch. And then as you exhale, release the hands down. Flat back on the inhale, hands to shins, heart out. Forward fold, exhale, let it go. Inhale, rise and fly, both arms all the way up. And then exhale, hands around behind the lower back again. Take an inhale, pull the knuckles down, lift up through that chest, and then fold over and down into that shoulder release. This time, take one inhale there, goodbye, and then exhale, hands release back down towards the ground. Flat back, inhale, sternum out. Forward fold, exhale with gravity, fold. Inhale, rise and sweep both arms all the way up overhead. And exhale, hands around behind the lower back. Inhale, knuckles down, chest a little high. Exhale as you dive all the way over your thighs. Inhale, let it go. And exhale, hands down, sweet, slow flow. Flat back inhale, draw the spine out as far as it'll go. And then exhale, forward fold, hold there. This time lunge, the right foot to the back of the mat, release that right knee down. And when you're ready, you can climb up, both hands on top of that left knee, left thigh. And look, if that back knee feels uncomfortable, you can always double up your yoga mat, or you can put some extra padding to go underneath that knee so that you feel some sort of comfort there. Bring those hands back together, and then wrist circles again. So as you advance within your yoga practice, I know a lot of you are probably beginners that are doing this practice. You start adding the yogi push-ups and the chaturangas can be very demanding on the wrists. So we want to make sure that those wrists stay nice and supple. So this is always a good move you can do. Now from here, both arms come up, what we call Anjaneyasana, the low lunge. And then left arm comes down, right arm stays up. Inhale, reach up to that right arm. And then you start leaning over towards the left. And again, maybe you have a block to go underneath the left hand, or if it feels right, fingertips down onto the ground. We all have different strengths and different weaknesses. So we never want to compare ourselves to other people, not even our yoga teachers, especially when we're newer on the path. So honor your uniqueness. And know that this is always supposed to be a practice of healing, not a practice of competition. Come all the way back up as you inhale. And then exhale, arms out in front of you, palms connect. And then we twist. So inhale, open to the left. This is great for the thoracic spine, the middle. And then exhale, hands together. Inhale, open. Exhale, close. Inhale, spread. And exhale, forward. One more. Inhale, stay with the breath. And exhale, forward. Both arms up, separate the hands. And exhale, hands all the way down. Half splits, so draw the hips back, balance on your left heel, stretch the back of that left leg. Dr. Michael McGritty said, "Blessed are the flexible, for they shall never be bent out of shape." So one of the great gifts of yoga is that it gives us greater resiliency. So when the inevitable challenges of life arise, we're not just flexible within our body, but we're also flexible within our minds and our nervous system, and therefore more resilient. Beautiful. Now left foot flat on the ground. Tuck the right toes underneath. We're going to bring the left foot back to an upper push-up position, so what we call plank. And then from plank, you want to lean forward, shift the weight forward as you inhale. Keeping the weight forward as you exhale, lower slowly all the way down onto your belly. Sphinx pose. Slide the elbows underneath the shoulders. Forearms parallel to each other, toes extend and reach back. Chin slightly down, and this pose is great to counter the negative effects of what happens when we work on our computers. We're texting on our phones, eating meals, driving cars, and how the spine folds into a perpetual forward bend hunch. So this is a backward bend to help the natural curves of the spine, the flexibility of the spine to be healthy. Take one last inhale there in your Sphinx. Exhale, release the chest down. Take an inhale there. Press your way up to tabletop, all fours position. Shoulders above the wrists, knees beneath the hips. Inhale, belly drops, heart forward. And then as you exhale, round the spine, curl the chin in. Inhale, belly down, chest out. And exhale, round it in. Couple more. Inhale, cow pose. And exhale, cat pose. Inhale. And exhale. Come back to a neutral spine. Crawl the knees forward. Cross the feet behind you. And then go ahead and release all the way down onto your back. Now, bring the right ankle on top of the left knee, left thigh, setting up for reclining pigeon. So you could stay here, or you could reach the right arm down through the legs. Left hand comes around, and then either you grab the back of your left thigh or your left shin. And then you want to flex both feet, especially your right foot. And as that left thigh comes down towards the belly, you're wrapping the outer right hip forward. And you're feeling that deep stretch into the hip socket and all the muscles that intersect and innervate through that joint. And then we'll do the same thing on the other side. So a little bit of a shorter hold. And of course, as you deepen your practice of yoga, as you're ready, just take the same thing on the other side. It can be very, very beneficial to increase the duration of your practice from these shorter 15, 20-minute classes to 30, 45, 60 minutes or even longer. In many ways, the longer you hold the stretches, the deeper you get to go, and the deeper you get to go, the deeper you get to heal, the deeper you heal, the better you're going to feel. But something is always better than nothing. So even a couple of breaths here can make a world of a difference. Give that one last little squeeze. Release that, draw both knees into the belly, cactus the arms open, and then allow the knees to twist over towards the left, maybe left hand on the outer right knee, right thigh. And then both knees back up to neutral as you inhale. Other side, knees over to the right, right hand on that outer left knee, left thigh. And then both knees back up to neutral as you inhale. Curl the forehead up to the knees. Give everything one last squeeze. And then Shavasana. So extend the legs, open the arms out. Close the eyes. Take a big inhale through the nose. And then out the mouth, exhale, let it go. Just taking these last several moments here to slip it to the heart and soul of the practice, into the stillness and the inner silence. And then from here, draw the belly and the thighs back together. Gently rock and roll your way all the way up to a final comfortable cross-legged seated position. Bring the hands to prayer position in front of your chest. Sit up tall, slightly bow the forehead down, giving gratitude to your practice, especially if you're newer to the practice, for providing you the gift of flexibility, but also the gift of health and wellness and balance and wholeness. That's it for this one. Thank you for your practice. As we say in yoga, the greeting, namaste, means I honor the light inside of you. Have a beautiful rest of your day. All right, now you're feeling lightness in the body. We improve the range of motion. If you like this style of content, be sure to check out my program, Flexibility and Beyond, an 8-week yin yoga program available at Inner Dimension Yoga. There's a link down below where you can start your 10-day free trial. Also, drop a comment and let me know how your practice was today. Remember to hit that YouTube subscribe button. And I guess that's it for now. I hope to see you real soon. Until then, be well.